Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were trying very desperately to get a refined storage system up and running. We have pretty much everything we need except for a power source. So in order to do that, we need to make a controller, and in order to that, we need pure flux crystals, which took forever. I have 8 seeds that say they're at 100%, and it took forever. So we couldn't use the crystal growth accelerators because those required power, and the only way to get power in this mod pack for applied energistics or refined storage is to have the pure flux crystals. So we're going to throw these into the water. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, to be honest. Probably less than that. But I have been a busy bee. Between episodes, I have successfully bred every single, so if we look at sieve bees, every single thing that sieve bees and dust bees give you. So I think they just, no? I heard something. Weird. So everything that sieve bees and dust bees will give you, I have. And that includes all 6 nether quartz bees, as well as a good number of all the rest. The flux bees took forever. And then I also have 6 of the Certus quartz bees. So we have a lot of bees, and I have quite a few that I need to kind of finish collecting and breeding. So we're going to put those in there. And yeah, there they went. We just need to build, and that's something I've been putting off. I'll be perfectly honest, I just haven't felt like building, so I didn't bother. But I have done some more planning. So nether bees, what the apiaries are going to be for the, that is the wrong one. That is for nether A, which, fun fact, in this mod pack, you can change signs. So, things that are the mobs, the mob bees, is going to be nether brick and red nether brick, probably a red nether brick roof, just so that it looks kind of nice, and that will go somewhere. Don't really know where. And then over here, we're going to have a nether biome type hexagon, and the apiary is going to be warped wood, is I think what I want to go with. So unfortunately, that one is going to be difficult. In fact, we might try to start working towards being able to do that today. But we have the pure flux crystals that we need. So now we can make nothing. Controller. What have I... Skystone blocks are not skystone. We need to smelt these. Okay, that's not that big of an issue. But yeah, we're going to make the controller today. And with that, we are going to be able to, well, actually have a refined storage system. It is going to be a very small system. And I don't know if we have enough power to maintain it for all that long. While this windmill is really good, I don't know quite how good it is. So we're going to grab some wire and some connectors. And we're just going to set something up basic for now over here. And just kind of do a test more than anything. So crafting grid and the disk drive with a storage disk in there so we have some storage. And I realize, let me look, refined storage, 1K storage disk, 1K storage, or 4K storage part. We can get that by shift clicking that. There we go. I was like, I know we have that. So then we can just put this back together and put that back in. So the plan for today, we're going to do some just kind of miscellaneous things. One of the things I want to work on is just quests with power, because why not? And we're just gonna have this set up for a little bit and see what kind of power usage it uses. Because I need to I need to clean up the base, and in order to do that, I need to build. And yeah, we just need to do a lot of things. So we're gonna just kind of focus on quests today and not really do too much else. And then I will promise work really hard to get a couple more platforms built and kind of decide what each platform's going to be, and start building a couple more apiaries so I can get more bee boxes emptied and all that kind of fun stuff. So the one big one that we kind of need to get is the steel bees up and running, but we'll do that soon. So there is the controller. That is a quest in here, and we'll have to get into auto crafting another time. That is a really big thing in refined storage and applied logistics, that it's going to take some time to fully get used to, like all the resources and whatnot. So we can plug that in. That's going to get power, and we can start putting things in here. So yeah, that's all there is to it. This is a refined storage system. We have quite a bit of storage, and I can just empty up some of the chests if I so choose. And eventually we'll have this set up so that things will work really nicely. Things will go wherever we want and not have to worry about too much. It is doing well on power. So we should be okay with power, but we'll see as we go forward. We're going to need to get more power sooner rather than later. And that's going to need a factory style platform. One thing I want to mention real quick is I've been growing these mystical flowers, and some of them we actually have full drawers full of. So green, white, red, and light gray. And so I've just been letting these go. Should tell you how long I've been AFKing, messing with bees, and something I'm not going to take more than 6 bees right now for any breed of bees. I got quite a few redstone bees. In fact, I believe I have all 6 of the redstone bees that I need. There should be 4 in there and 2 there. So yeah, we have all of the redstone bees that we're going to need for just kind of having them. And so yeah, redstone is something that you get quite often from dust and sieve bees because, well, it's a 20% chance. The rest of them are in the nether. That's where I've been dumping off the rest of the bees. Just for the record. We are going to have to kill 100 bees later on, but we'll get to that later. So let's do this first. So killing mobs. I want to do some enchanting. And one of the things we need is we need to get... I would like to have looting. Looting would be really nice to have because then we could make the blazing dolls and get blaze rods a little bit easier. And then from that we could, make a blazing mesh, I believe it's called. Blaze mesh. And that is the bee flower for the blaze bee, which would give us then more blazes. Blaze rods. So that is something that we're going to want to do. And so in order to help with that, we want looting. I don't really care what level of looting at this point. Any is good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to enchant. That axe is really good. Let's enchant efficiency onto our axe. And that should reset the... the enchants, so we can potentially get some better stuff. And we'll go ahead and get efficiency on our shovel. Fire aspect, teleportation, sharpness. Nope. Fire aspect, teleportation. That is the same enchants. That is unfortunate. Fortune, efficiency. Sure, why not? and Ender Sharpness. Looting 1. We have Looting 1. We need 2 more levels. Well then, we'll work towards that. We have a little mob farm. Should work. So, today's episode, we are going to do some questing, because why not? And the big things that we're going to work on is power. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We're going to make a soul snare. So that is iron string and redstone. We are going to get into a little bit of I completely blanked on what it was called. It is called blood magic. We're going to get into a little bit of blood magic. So blood magic is kind of important in this mod pack, and it's pretty awful to deal with. It's not that bad, to be perfectly honest, but it can be annoying. Where is the snares? Or am I just... There they are. They have an odd texture. So soul snares. Soul snares are really, really important for blood magic, because this is how we get demon... what is it called? It is demon will. And that is needed to make a couple of important things, like a blood altar, which we need to have Starlight Crafting for. So we'll have to get into Astral Sorcery. So, never mind. We'll use the soul snares anyways, because it's good to go ahead and start working on a little bit of that. But we need to do Astral Sorcery, and honestly, I need to remember how to use this mod. I've only messed with it a couple of times, and the book is really cool, for the record, but I need to remember how to do anything in this. We're going to need the resonating wand, and we're going to need... so we're going to need a luminous crafting table by having things. I need to look into what exactly we need to do with that. Before we can do too much with that. So we're going to go ahead and revert back to the original plan of just finishing up the power quests. So the first thing we're going to do is make the energy cell, I think. So that is just some iron and basic stuff from power, which I can remember where I put all that stuff. It's in here. So the energy cell... Not the ender cell, but the energy cell. We're going to need some capacitors. We're going to need a couple of blocks of redstone. That is fine. So we can get some capacitors. And we're going to need 4 tiny capacitors. We're going to need a dielectric casing. So we're going to need more dielectric rods, which is... iron bars. Most of this is just iron and redstone, so it's not that difficult. That is not what we do. And there is that. We can get the dielectric casing, and that should allow us to make the energy cell. So this is an energy cell. It does exactly what you might think. It stores energy. There is a mob over here. Let's go snare it and kill them. So these snares are really important. Like I said, we're going to actually come over here. So we throw this. They get a weird little like particle effect, and then they will drop Demon Will. And Demon Will is what we need. That is how we will collect everything and start working towards blood magic. And for the record, blood magic is how we will get into, if we look at the blood altar, that is how we get steel casings. And steel casings are needed for mechanism, and that's what I want. I want specifically the Metallurgic Infuser. If we can get this, we can do a lot of really cool things, including making Crimson Nylium and Warp Nylium. And just by having those blocks, we'll be able to get the nether trees, and I can do my decorating. So, yeah, all of that work just so that I can make this look a little bit nicer. There is a constellation right there, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I do not remember. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and make the wrench next. That is pretty easy. So we'll make the power wrench, and that was a quest, plus the energy cell, and then we just have the ender cell and then the ender gates. Yeah, there is these ender gates as well. So we'll have to make those. There is another mob in here, so we're gonna fight Ray. And cool. I don't think I hit him with the snare, to be perfectly honest. But we also need the levels. So with that being said, let's go ahead and work on this last set of quests. So the energy cell is exactly what you might think. It stores energy. The wrench is the general wrench to do things with power, linking things and rotating blocks and all that kind of fun stuff. So the next thing is the ender cell, and from what I understand with this thing, one, it's going to take some obsidian, but from what I understand, this is a block that will let us transfer power wirelessly, if I am correct on that. And so we're going to take some obsidian. We're going to need an Eye of Ender. What else are we going to need? Some iron nuggets, dielectric casing, and a tiny capacitor. All right, we have the tiny capacitor. That's easy. Dielectric casing, we should be able to do pretty easily. And we need to go energize this stuff. So something I discovered from looking at these recipes and whatnot is this Energizing Orb that we made last time. We can put multiple things in here. And so that is exactly what we need to do. And then that will energize and use power. And I want to keep an eye on how much power we're using to see if this is keeping up. Okay, so it seems like the windmill just really can't keep up if we are... that's going to take a while. If we are using a lot of machines at once or using a machine for the first time, we could make more of the... Let me look at power. Powah. Can we make another Energizing Orb? We could. That is not bad at all. The only problem is we're going to probably need more dielectric paste, which is coal. That's not that bad, though. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's make one more. So we are going to need another... Let's see. We're going to need 5 more dielectric paste so that we can make more stuff. And perfect. So then we should be able to make the dielectric casing and all that stuff. We'll go ahead and make the energizing rod. So we're going to just need a few more of these. 2 of those switched over so that we can make the casing. We're going to need a singular piece of quartz, which we have plenty of now. And we should be able to make this thing. Perfect. So another energizing rod. And we just put that right here. And that should speed things up quite nicely. So we're about halfway there with that. So the other thing so that we're going to need, this is going to make the ender core. And unfortunately, we're going to need a second one if we want to make the ender gates. I can always get more of the obsidian. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. We just need 4 of these. We are going to need another Eye of Ender. And we are going to need one of these and one of those. Everything else we can pretty much put away. And actually, this stuff should go in here. So, dielectric rod, iron bars will go in there. The wrench I will put in here, though. So one thing that I have absolutely no idea is what the gates do. Transfer energy between adjacent blocks in the internet. Okay. So unlike the ender cell, you cannot upgrade the network from it. Okay. So it's just a gate. I understand that. So the ender cell that we're going to make will allow us to transfer power wirelessly, basically. And we can look at the book. Why not? So the energy cells store energy, obviously, but the ender cells can store energy to a specific channel of an ender network of the owner. You can access the energy stored from the selected channel from anywhere in the world if that ender cell is that you want to transfer power to from has an active channel with valid capacity. So basically, this block, we can pump power into it, and then we can extract that power wherever we want, either by using another ender cell, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I've never actually worked with power. This is just from my understanding of reading the manual. But we should be able to get the power from another ender cell, or from the gates. So the gates are basically the easier way to allow you to get the stuff out. So we're going to go ahead and make the ender cell. That does make 2. And we're not going to worry about using most of this stuff right now. And let's grab our snares. And how early can I make a blood magic, this guy, sentient sword, hellfire forge with a tartaric gem. So we'll need a couple tartaric gems, and it requires a little bit of will, not that much. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of a couple more mobs. And mostly want the experience. So let's just kill them. Level 15. And then we'll get up into here. Snare you. And then kill you. Cool. So we have more Demon Will. And I believe, yeah, you can't really combine them. But not a big deal. So let's go ahead and do we have the ability to make the ender gates? That I do not know. I'm going to need to we're probably going to want to start working towards Astral Sorcery probably sooner rather than later. This is at almost 90%, so we'll be there in a moment. So we got a lot of things to do. We have a lot of various things to do that we need to work towards, and a lot of it just comes off of me building. I apologize that I have not built much in the recent episodes, but I really just haven't felt like it. So there is Ender Gates, and that is the entire chapter of Power completed. So that was worth it, I think. So 2 chapters completed, including the start that had nothing. So yeah, that was productive. We have a refined storage system that we can use now, and power doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. So what I'll probably end up doing is moving a lot of probably just this chest more than anything into this system, and because if I can't access this stuff, it's not that big of a deal. But we'll go ahead and start working towards. I think next episode we might do a little bit of Astral Sorcery, as well as I think most of Astral Sorcery. Unfortunately, you have to do it during the night. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll also look at. I don't know if we're going to use powers or something else, but we might want to start looking into like uh, maybe some solar panels or thermo generators. In fact, let's see. Can we complete another quest real quick? That is uranium, I do believe. Thermoelectric, Constantin, steel, and copper coil. We'll wait on that. We'll want to get some more power generation relatively soon. So that is kind of the other idea slash plan, and we'll work towards what we can. So, Astral Sorcery and power next time. I'm going to work really hard to build up a couple more platforms, and at the very least start getting a few more apiaries up and running so that we can start putting some of these bees to work. It is going to require more advanced item collectors, and I think for that the big thing we need to work towards is ender pearls, and a good supply of ender pearls. And the best way to do that is the ender bees, which come from pigman and cobblestone. I have both of those, and it's 100%. So I might go ahead and grow the pigman, and get those guys working. They want glowstone as a flower. We can handle that. So I think that's what we'll do. And then I need to remember where dark cave. We'll have to set up a quote-unquote dark cave, and I'll have to figure out what I want to do for that. So that is the plan. I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to probably jump right into it, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I need to continue getting a few more levels. I'll probably go ahead and put looting on the sword, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't get that much done, but we did complete a chapter, so there's that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!